Hello, I'm Sanjeeda Hussain. Today we are going to present our experience about our group project assigned on the topic Prevention of Lightning and Radiation Control. First of all, we'd like to express our gratitude towards our honorable faculty Samia Davina Rahman for giving us the opportunity to work on an environmental project. Now I'll give you a brief introduction about our project. As I've said earlier, our project is on prevention of lightning and radiation control. So first comes the question, what is lightning and radiation? Lighting is the occurrence of a natural electrical discharge of very short duration and high voltage between a cloud and the ground or within a cloud accompanied by a bright flash and typically also thunder. Lightning causes serious damage to our environment. Human beings, plants, birds as well as soil all fall victim to lightning. Its high voltage when passed through any neutral body can severely harm and destroy cells. Radiation is energy that comes from a source and travels through some material or through space. The radiation which is radiated from our cell phones is very much harmful for our body. We have come up with a software which is basically a chip that will be planted on the adjoining point of mobile network towers and soil. This chip will be activated as soon as a thunder or lightning strikes the tower. Its basic functions are: first of all, it will directly absorb the lightning into a battery which is connected with the chip under the soil and save the tower from being damaged by constant thunders of high voltage. Secondly, the battery has its own capacity to absorb a fixed amount of voltage which can be further utilized to charge the tower and save electricity. Thirdly, there will be an app in cell phones which will be provided by our software. This app will be activated by the signal sent from network towers which will produce one type of radiation. This radiation will further neutralize the harmful radiation of our cell phones. Fourthly, the radiation which is being constantly radiated from our cell phones also attracts the lightning caused during a thunderstorm. Our software will control this radiation and help us not being thunderstruck as the radiation gets neutralized with our software's radiation. Moreover, our software will send notifications on a daily basis to our cell phones to aware us about planting trees, be safe during thunderstorms, utilize electricity by not wasting excess power on our regular appliances, and also to save water. Now, my fellow mate Tanzila Nasreen will tell you more about the software.
Hello, I'm Tanzila Nasreen and I'll be informing you how our software will prevent lightning. Normally, a tower has its own lightning arrestor, but most of the time it's seen that this lightning arrestor is not enough and so it gradually decays over time. Our software comprises of a chip and a battery. The chip will be planted at the adjoining point of the network tower and the ground. The battery will be placed in the ground connected with the chip. Now let me show you how it works. This is the network tower. This is the chip and the battery. The chip is connected with the battery and it is placed at the adjoining point where the ground and the tower meets. When lightning strikes the head of the tower, there is a signal sent to the chip. Then the chip operates the battery and tells it how much voltage it can absorb, and the rest is sent to the soil. As a result of this, the tower is not harmed and an amount of voltage is absorbed in the chip and stored there as energy. Now my friend Sylvie will be telling you more about the further uses of the battery. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Farjana Sylvie. My fellow mate Tanzila has already told you about the working procedure of our software to prevent lightning. I'll be now telling you about the use of battery operated by the chip. Firstly, the charge which will be accumulated in the battery can be further used to charge up the network tower, which will save a good amount electric energy. Secondly, a lightning is a high voltage electric spark. One lightning bolt has about 120 megavolt electricity, which can be utilized to run 56 houses a day. Our battery can store a good amount of electricity gained from the lightning during a thunderstorm. A good amount of electricity is required to charge a network tower. Since our battery will provide that amount of charge, so a pressure is reduced from our regular produced electricity. This will decrease the amount of voltage and increase the flow of current to our electric lines in household and offices. Now Mahima will continue the further benefits of software, which basically include radiation control.
Thank you, Sylvie. My name is Mahima Sultan. I will telling you more about software and how it is control our radiation. First comes the question, what is radiation? Radiation is type of dangerous and powerful energy that is produced by radioactive substance and nuclear reaction. Every day we are swimming in a sea of electromagnetic radiation produced by cell phone, AEMR or electronic radiation coming from handset have been linked to development of brain tumor, genetic damage or other exposure related condition. The public is largely ignorant of the dangers produced from the radiation of cell phone. But we cannot stop using a cell phone as life is quite impossible without it. So we have come with this software that will operate by network tower. So we have come up with this software that will be operated by network towers. This software will mainly function using an apps installed in our cell phone. The chip which we have planted in our network towers will operate this app, sending signal 24/7 to control radiation. These apps will always remain activated whenever we use our phone. These apps will basically radiate electromagnetic waves which will neutralize the harmful radiation come out of our phone. This is all about how our software will control radiation. Now I am handing over rest of the discussion to Ashikur Rahman.
This is Ashikur Rahman. My fellow mates have already explained to you about our project elaborately. We have already known our software is basically designed to prevent lighting and control radiation to protect the environment. But along with the major benefits of our software, which is to prevent lighting and controlling radiation, we will be providing some extra benefits. As Sylvie has already told you about the functions of our batteries, so you know we will be saving a good amount of electricity and reduce pressure on electric power plants. The production capacity of electricity current is not satisfactory nowadays in countries like Bangladesh and other developing countries all around the globe. The production capacity is being increased by adding up more power plants like thermal station, hydroelectric power plants and so on. These stations might be helpful and increase the production of electricity, but the severely damage the environment as trees are being cut down adversely. This voltage which is being preserved from our battery can be well utilized to increase the production of electricity instead of using extra electricity from thermal power plants of other stations. So this battery will be indirectly conserve the environment as trees won't be cut down supplying the raw material of thermal power stations. In our country, the trees of Sundarbans are being cut down from supplying the raw material of thermal power stations, and this is a great threat of our environmental balance. Our battery can prevent this hazard. Moreover, the apps which will be installed in our cell phones operated by the chip of our software can also save us from being thunderstruck during a lighting. The radiation which will be radiated from our app will be neutralize the harmful radiation of our cell phones, and thus lighting won't strike the person using the phone and he will be saved from it. Lastly, the chip will send signals to cell phones occasionally as text messages to plant trees, save electricity and water. It will also notify us if any thunderstorm is detected in the atmosphere. This notification will make us aware about environment. Awareness is the best and most effective step to bring any change in the environment. Thanks for your patience. So we are grateful to you for giving us the opportunity to share our idea with you.